Hey guys, just down here at the lake testing some of the axis range. They've got the 1150 PNG, the BSC1120, the HPS1050 and the ART1099. I'm going to compare each of them to see the pros and cons, how they are paddling up, so you can see them all here. I've got the red advanced short and the black advanced ultra short, both with 350 progressive tails. I've got the 75cm high modulus mast, my Stan Sonova paddle and my 610 downwind aviator. Completely flat conditions, a little bit of breeze, but it's under 5 knots, so it should be a good test. Right, so I'm starting with the red fuse. I'm going to use the PNG1150 first. From my experience so far, that's been the easiest to paddle up out of like-for-like sizes. I'll then try the BSC1120 afterwards. Stay tuned, see how we go. First test on the PNG1150, see how we go. I got up in about 6 strokes. Once up, it had a decent amount of glide, but a lot of lift, and you could see I was, I guess, porpoise pumping a lot, which basically means I maxed out on speed pretty early, which, interesting. Next one. Yeah, so I'm putting on the BSC1120 after just using the PNG1150. Just looking at it, it's a lower aspect foil, so I'm expecting it to lift probably a little bit earlier, but it won't glide quite as much. It's interesting to test the speeds, I guess, how much quicker it is or slower it is compared to the PNG. Let's go try it. Big foil. Lots more front foot pressure on this one. Yeah, interesting. Definitely more front footed than the PNG. Got plenty of lift. I think I got up in 5 strokes on that one. So I think the position of the mast probably go further forward in the PNG and further back on the BSC. Super interesting. So I've changed to the black fuse now. I was using the short red advanced fuse, and I'm using the black ultra short, just because that's how they've come out, the ultra short in the black and the short in the red. So basically the difference between the black and the red is they brought out the black later than the red because the foil is much thinner. So the HPS and the ART foils are much thinner. So they should be harder to get up, but once you're up they're faster. So it's, you know, catch-22. Once you're up it's nicer, but to get up it's harder. So let's see if that theory makes sense when I go paddle up. That felt pretty nice. I think it took like 7 or 8 strokes to get going. Probably took one too many once I got up, but much faster once I was up on foil. So interesting. Harder to get up. Once up, much glidier, much faster. Probably my favourite so far. Alright, so I'm just putting on the 1099 now. This is definitely the foil with the least chord, so leading edge to trailing edge is the shortest, which should make it the fastest, but probably the hardest to get going as well. So we'll see how we go, but be interesting to see if the speed that it goes once you're up is worth the extra, I guess, pain in paddling it up in the flatter water. See how we go. Yeah, so last test, ART1099, should be the hardest to get going. Just wanted to show you guys, I haven't moved the mast the whole time. It's always been 1-2 centimeters from the back of the box. Look, if you wanted more lift, generally you'd move it further forward, less lift, generally further back. But there is a point where there's too far forward or too far back, so I just have left it in one spot to sort of get a gauge and everything. But anyway, last one, let's see how we go. Little bit of seaweed at the end. That was definitely the hardest to paddle up. I think it's 10 strokes, but you can see once I was up how much glide I was getting for less effort. So, no doubt to me, if you want extra glide and you can paddle a foil up, this ART series is probably the best. But if you just want to get up and going, probably looking at the PNG or the BSC. Interesting, right? Something for everyone. Alright, so I've tested all these foils down here, the BSC1120, PNG1150, HPS1050, ART1099. They're all pretty similar sizes, just in different ranges. I'm now going to try the PNG850B, so it's the smallest size in the PNG series, and depending on how I go, I might have to try the smallest in each of these other series as well, but maybe that's another video. Yeah, PNG850, let's see how I go. I wasn't sure if I was going to paddle it up. First time I've done that. Interestingly, it definitely wasn't easy to paddle up, but once I got up, had a fair bit less glide than the ART1099. So maybe it'd be better at, slower speeds like day runs. But I'm cool to know I could paddle it up. Have to do another video, seeing how small I can paddle up in the other series too.